All right, holidays on alert time. The internet is helping fuel a crime wave across the country. Police say that social media is being used to organize smash and grab robberies like those we've seen in large cities across the country. We're showing you some surveillance footage that just is absolutely disturbing. We are joined right now by Assistant Police Chief in Austin, Texas, Jerry Bozon. Thank you, Jerry, for being with us. I feel like saying chief, not calling you by your first name. Forgive me. Thanks for smiling, too. Now,
all right.
If you could, please tell me how these flash mob robberies are working, because people watch this video and they're either like, oh, you know, the world's crazy, or they are absolutely outraged.
Sure. So I think that people are being emboldened now by seeing these flash mob robberies on social media, as you said. I believe that the more we identify these robberies, the more that we highlight them, the more people will feel comfortable and know that, you know what, I may be able to do this. I may be able to grab a group of friends and, break into these stores and take high value items.
Yeah, and these are maybe your friends, or maybe it's just people you've solicited as friends on social media. One of the most surprising things is that people are actually posting, hey, we're going to loot this store tonight. You want to join us, like on Snapchat. Is that true?
Sure. So I have not personally seen that, but yes, I've been told that is happening around the country. Luckily, here in Austin, we have not seen that. We have a very robust intelligence and technology unit that looks at social media, and they warn our investigators and our officers of certain messages that they might want to highlight and be aware of.
I know maybe it's not going on in Austin, but are you seeing cases where these people who decide to commit these crimes are complete strangers, but they've gathered around some post on social media to commit these crimes by the dozens?
And again, I have not seen that personally, but I know and I am aware that is happening around the country. Yes, in larger cities, of course. I've seen stories of that happening on the West Coast and up in the Northeast.
So for the technology, I know you were talking about the intelligence resources that you all have in Austin, but in terms of combating crime that originates online, what can law enforcement do?
Law enforcement, we are going to depend on not just ourselves and our law enforcement partners, but as much as we can watch and scour social media, the internet, certain blogs online. We are asking the community for help. If community members, if anyone out there sees anything that's suspicious, we're asking them to report those activities to 911 so we can be ahead of it. We can't do this ourselves. We are a limited number of law enforcement officers who depend on partnering with the community and other business owners to combat this.
Yeah, and obviously you're going to be relying on tips or people who find it on their own social media accounts. How many of the folks who do this are actually caught? I mean, we see when it was a store that was ransacked in the Bay Area or Los Angeles, dozens of people, and then just a handful of them actually being taken into custody. Is part of the problem that these crimes are nonviolent offenses, and that perhaps the penalty for these crimes needs to be actually increased so that it could deter would-be thieves?
Yes, I will say that crime across the country is on the rise, especially violent crime. We are seeing that here in Austin, and our resources are being focused on violent crime, as well as I'm sure other law enforcement departments in the nation are doing the same. With the number of property crimes that are on the increase, as I said earlier, I think criminals are being emboldened to commit these crimes because they know that they're not facing as high a penalty as other violent crimes. And in regards to your first question, I wouldn't doubt that criminals who commit these crimes in groups, even though only a handful may be found and identified right off the bat, it's not to say that those police departments and sheriff departments out there aren't doing further investigation to identify the others. So even though you don't see it now, I wouldn't be surprised if in a week, 2 weeks later down the road, those people are identified.
All right. Assistant Police Chief Jerry Bozon, thank you so much for being with us and joining us from Austin this morning. We appreciate it. Thank you so much for watching. Make sure to click on the red subscribe button below so you can get more of NewsNation's fact-driven, unbiased coverage.